Hello everyone, this is Herb from World of Walt coming to you not from the Walt Disney World Resort in Florida, but rather from the Disneyland Resort in Anaheim, California. It is a sunny and beautiful Memorial Day Monday. Thank you for joining me live. Today we're going to be taking a little stroll through Disneyland, just commenting a little bit on some of the things we see, how it differs from the Walt Disney World Resort. Thanks for joining me. One of the first things you may notice coming into Disneyland is that the entrance to the Disneyland park and the entrance to Disney's California Adventure are basically right across the street from each other. So it may be kind of hard to see, but if we look back through the ticket booth, you can see the teal, green, and blue awning that marks the entrance to Disney's California Adventure. So I am standing in Disneyland, and I can look through to see the entrance for Disney's California Adventure. They are that close to each other. Kathy, hello to you in Missouri. Joe, hello. Cold and rainy Minnesota. Happy to bring a little bit of California sunshine your way. Lucy is a Disneyland fan. Thanks for joining. Sarah Michael says, is this my first trip to Disneyland? It is my first time in a long time. I was here many, many years ago, so a lot of it is very different for me. Carolyn, happy Memorial Day to you. Thank you for being here. Hi, Dawn. Thanks for joining along. All right, so just like at Walt Disney World, you enter under the train station and onto Main Street, USA. Disneyland Band is out performing.
Disneyland Band kicking off the public bow. What they can give to us on the happiest mark on earth. We go beyond our Florida Park here is a place where dreams come true. Have a great day, folks. Bye now.
Kimberly's getting snow on Memorial Day. That's crazy. Okay, Disneyland Band is just finishing up their performance. So welcome everyone to Main Street, USA, Disneyland style. So a lot is different, but a lot is still the same. First thing on our left-hand side is the City Hall, but in this case it's a Disneyland City Hall. Christopher says, first time seeing me from Disneyland. It is. It is. Straight ahead we've got the fire station, the fire department. Diana said, definitely a different park. Asked, what am I doing today? I actually had a chance to go on Indiana Jones, had a chance to go on It's a Small World. I have a Fast Pass, which is also different, for Hyperspace Mountain, I think it is. So looking forward to that. Steve says, have a good day. Thank you, Steve. So just like at Walt Disney World, over here on our left we have the Emporium, retail opportunity. On the right-hand side, here's something you haven't seen at Walt Disney World for a long time. The Main Street Magic Shop, featuring Houdini Magic. Yep, an actual magic shop selling magic tricks. Pretty amazing. Zoe from the UK, hello to you. Thanks for joining me. Henry, hello. Cindy, never been to Disneyland. Glad to bring a little bit of it to you. Main Street Cinema over here to our right, which actually I believe is a retail spot. And you can see at the end of Main Street USA is a castle, just like the idea that we have a castle at Walt Disney World, but this is Sleeping Beauty Castle, smaller, but still nice. It just actually came out from under a refurbishment. Lori said Disneyland's very different from Florida. Yes, that is true. Darlene says Walt's apartment is above the firehouse. You're right. I should have stopped and shown a peek of that. And actually in the window in the center of that building is a lamp which remains lit in his honor. And it was lit up today, so that's good. Lori from Orlando, Florida. How's it going? Thanks for being here. Thanks for joining me on a stroll down Main Street USA in the Disneyland Park. Gavin said, will I be here until Star Wars opens? Yes, I will. Actually, glad you asked, because I will be attending the media preview that takes place on Wednesday and Thursday before Star Wars Galaxy's Edge opens officially to the public on Friday. So starting Wednesday evening, 6 Eastern, 9 Pacific, look for information that I will be posting on the worldofwalt.com website, YouTube channel, Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, everywhere you can find World of Walt on social media and the internet. I will be posting information about the preview I'm going to get to check out Star Wars Galaxy's Edge at Disneyland. Really thrilled about it. Andrea says, happy Memorial Day. Same to you. Joe says, looks like a great day. It is a beautiful day here at Disneyland. It is 66 degrees, a little on the cooler side. Yesterday was a rainy and kind of cold day, not so nice, but today, sunny, beautiful. Actually, it's 96 degrees in Orlando, 66 degrees here, big difference. Tori, hello to you. North Carolina, happy Memorial Day. Jay from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, thanks for being here. Yep, Robin asked about all the people wearing long pants and jeans. It is chilly, 60, well, chilly, you know, for a Floridian, 66 degrees. And that's the high. It's going to be going down probably into the lower 60s, maybe the 50s. Matterhorn bobsled straight ahead. So we're actually going to veer off to the right into the Disneyland edition of Tomorrowland. Definitely a different look and a different layout than the Tomorrowland at Walt Disney World.
We're stuck now.
Lindsay, happy Memorial Day to you. Missy was here in 1961 when she was very, very young. That's a long time ago, and I hope you had a good memory. Joanne from North Carolina. I didn't mean to say anything about your age. Sorry about that if that came across badly. Okay, welcome to Tomorrowland. The Disneyland edition of the Astro Orbiter's right here at the entrance as opposed to down the corridor. Brenda's got 98 degrees in Saratoga Springs. Whew, that sounds warm. Jackie from New Jersey, how's it going? Thank you for joining me at the Disneyland Resort in Anaheim, California. Today I'm just taking a little tour, seeing what's going on at Disneyland. We'll talk a little bit about some of the differences. Angela says, welcome to our neck of the woods. Thank you very much. Kathy says, can't wait to go in July. Hope you have a good trip. Over here on the left, Buzz Lightyear Astro Blaster. Just like we have a Buzz Lightyear at Walt Disney World, there is one here in the Tomorrowland section of Disneyland. But this is different. Check that out. Star Tours. Star Tours at Disneyland is located in Tomorrowland, where, of course, at the Walt Disney World Resort, it's over at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Also, they have this overhang previous attraction right down the middle of the corridor here. That's a little different, too. Jackie says, beautiful day there and here in New York. Hope you're having a good Memorial Day. Molly from Idaho, how's it going? Mark says, never been to Disneyland. Looks great. It really is. It's a very pretty park. In some ways it feels very similar and familiar, but in a lot of ways it's very different too. Actually, I tried to check out the map and I hope that I will not get lost in our little circle tour of Disneyland because the layout is different.
I know you're right. The ride is like
Aaron says, am I planning to ride anything? I actually have had the opportunity to ride a few things already today. I took a lot of pictures of Small World, which I'll probably be posting some of them. But the plan for the rest of the day is to get something to eat at lunch, probably barbecue, a little barbecue, and then maybe back to the park later this evening. And I hope I might be able to broadcast either World of Color from Disney's California Adventure or the fireworks show here at the Disneyland Resort, maybe today, tomorrow, over the next couple days. Christina's going to be here for the first time in June. Hope you have a great trip. That's coming up soon. Okay, here's another difference. Check that out. Pizza Planet in Tomorrowland. That's craziness, but kind of interesting. And actually, if I turn back around, it's blocked by the trees. But Hyperspace Mountain entrance is right through those trees. And you can see the sign just a little bit, and there you can see the tip of the mountain. So that's very interesting, different layout here. All right, Troy said it is time for the unabashed, unashamed plug for the Pin of the Month Club. You know, it would not be a World of Walt video if we didn't do it. So here we go. If you want a little bit of Disney fun delivered to your home every month, go check out pinofthemonthclub.com. Emily asks, how often do I go to Disneyland? Right now it's about once every 20 years. but I really am enjoying my time here, and it's a beautiful park, beautiful weather right now too. Okay, another difference. Star Wars Launch Bay here in the Tomorrowland section of Disneyland. You can see actually people are stopping in there, I think based on a reservation process, and checking out some of the material, the merchandise for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. I've seen quite a few people walking around with very expensive lightsabers and astromechs, some of the amazing merchandise that is being offered as part of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, opening coming this Friday at Disneyland, opening at the end of August at Walt Disney World. And I'm excited to be able to bring the preview media events to you starting this Wednesday evening at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Danielle from Portland, Oregon was here last year, goes every year. It's a nice thing to do. All right, Finding Nemo submarine voyage is on my list of must-do activities before I wrap it up today. Actually, when we get around the queue here a little bit, we'll be able to see some of the subs. For those of you who missed 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea at the Walt Disney World Resort, Magic Kingdom, you can kind of relive some of that idea here in California. Dawn has a great question. Thank you, Dawn. How does FastPass work? It's really quite different. So it, in many ways, is like the old system at Walt Disney World, where you can go around to FastPass stations located near the attraction and get a paper ticket. It will tell you a time that you can come back. You can only have one FastPass open at a time. However, if you want to pay $15 a day per ticket extra, you can get MaxPass, and with MaxPass, you can make the next reservation on your phone instead of having to go to the kiosk where you have to pick up a paper ticket. Still with MaxPass though, you can only have one FastPass at a time. It tells you what time you have to come back. If you're getting a more popular attraction, you probably have to wait longer before your FastPass window comes up. So in many ways, it's a lot like the old FastPass at Walt Disney World, except that you can pay to be able to do it on your phone instead of walking around to each kiosk separately. Roxanne went every year for her birthday when she was a kid. Sounds like a nice thing to do.
I hope you don't hit a duck.
Okay, so we're going to take a look at the lagoon here. You can see the Finding Nemo submarine taking off for its adventure. Kind of fun. Brian asked, am I going to the opening of Galaxy's Edge at Walt Disney World? I am sure that I will be there for some of it. I have not received an invite to the media event. If any other nice people at Disney Media Relations are listening, I hope that I will. But I haven't. I hope that I might. So I will be sure to bring you the updates once I do get there. Shannon says, can you go around them? Oh, probably talking about some people back there. Lisa asks, can I show Star Wars starting Wednesday evening? I will be showing you lots of information about all things Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Heather said, what's weather like? It's beautiful. It's 66 degrees, sunny. Yesterday was rainy and cold, but now it's really nice. Barbara said, went in 2013 for 20th wedding anniversary. Gail has the books by Jules Verne. Very good. Allison says, with MaxPass, can you alternate fast passes between Disneyland and DCA? Yes, I'm fairly certain you can. Don't quote me on that, but I believe that you can set a fast pass for either park in either day, or in a single day, as long as you have a park hopper. So the upgrades when you purchased tickets, when I purchased tickets for the Disneyland Resort, one was a price per day. Another upgrade then was the ability to park hop, and another upgrade was to get the Max Pass so that you can set the Fast Pass reservations on your phone. Terry asked, is it busy? So I would say yes, it is pretty busy here. A lot of attractions have anywhere from 30 to 50-minute waits. There are plenty of people wandering around the park, but I guess it's to be expected. It is Memorial Day, it's a public holiday, so. Heather said it's 90 in Florida before the heat index. Yeah, the folks on the East Coast are getting clobbered with really hot weather. Kelly was here in December of 2012.
Hey, everything is going this way on Long.
Gail said, can't ride her bike. There's a tornado warning. Hope that everything is okay. I've heard about some of the terrible devastation that's happened with some of the bad weather recently. Dawn said, I've got to get a churro. Yeah, I know. They look and smell good. I have taken a break from my low-carb diet, so I think all the weight that I've lost in the past month, I'm probably going to put back on in chocolate chip cookies and churros, but that's okay. I'm trying to walk some of it off. Jennifer said, find the Casey Jr. attraction. All right, good tip. Miriam said, was there 3 weeks ago? I missed it already. I know how that goes. Ryan, what's up for you? All right, this is different too. Check this out. It's a small world with an outdoor queue. Yep, definitely different. Small world here at Disneyland is also different in that there are Disney characters in the scenes. But actually, it was very well done. They were styled like the other characters in the Mary Blair design. It was actually done very well. I appreciated how they did it. And yet another difference between It's a Small World at Disneyland and Walt Disney World. At Walt Disney World, the water spreads up to the scene. Here at Disneyland, it's more like you're going through a trough where the water is just contained a few inches on either side of the boat and doesn't go all the way up to the scene. Very different, but still nice in its own way. Ryan's, happy Memorial Day to you. Okay, here's the difference, check this out. Mickey's Toontown. Have not seen that in, well, forever at Walt Disney World. Population over here. Lacey says lamplight lounge is a must. Also Trader Sam's at the hotel. Yep, those do look like things I would like to check out. All right, we're gonna stroll into Mickey's Toontown just a little bit, see what's going on here. Troy is craving a Dole Whip. Yeah, I went by the Tiki Terrace, I think it was called. I may get the name wrong. And yep, there were people enjoying Dole Whips left and right. I almost broke down and got one, but I may do that later on. All right, I think I need to turn around after we get in here to Toontown, but let's take a quick peek anyway. Kathy's a Toontown fan. Molly is a Toontown fan too. It's kind of fun to see the uniquely shaped houses, the faux mountains in the background. Emily is a Disneyland girl. All right, this is a lot of fun. Oh, there's Roger Rabbit's Cartoon Spin. I've got to come back and check that out. There's the Gag Warehouse, Fire Department, the Toontown Five and Dime, Toontown City Hall, the Jolly Trolley. Yeah, a lot of fun stuff to check out here. Jeff says, how would I compare Disneyland and Walt Disney World? I'd like to say there's Goofy over there. A little bit of a meet and greet. You know, in many ways they feel the same, and in many ways they feel different. You'll see a lot of the same things, attractions, general design, but each park is really unique in its own way, special in its own way. I would say there's lots of good about both of them, but Magic Kingdom is definitely not a carbon copy of what we get here at Disneyland. Barbara is going to Walt Disney World in November. Sharon said, loved seeing Mickey's house. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I always knew you could visit Mickey there. Todd, fan of the Electric Light Parade.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's we did it right.
Charles, hello to you. Shannon said, Harris Small World is very cool. That is one I have not seen, or maybe once. I was at Disneyland Paris one time, but that was also many, many years ago. Megan says, thank you. Have fun. Thank you very much. Danielle from Nova Scotia says, never miss a broadcast. Thank you for that. Appreciate your tuning in. Oh, here's another difference. I noticed this one right away. Check this out. Small World Toy Shop. Merchandise opportunity at the exit to It's a Small World. I'm actually kind of surprised they have it here and not at Disney World. It's a small shop. All right, let's head towards the Matterhorn. We'll hang a bit of a right and go check out some of the other areas of the park. Tracy said, thanks, it's a treat on a rainy day. Beth says, Disneyland appears to have many more trees and shrubs, more shade. There is a lot of greenery here, that is for sure. I hadn't really thought about the difference between the Magic Kingdom, but yeah, it is a lot of green space, which is nice. Molly says, how do you know when I'm planning to do a broadcast? Well, that's a good question. I don't really have a plan aside from usually doing it on Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern. And then sometimes I do others. The best thing to do would be to check the little menu in the video right now in the upper right-hand corner. There might be a menu and you can turn on notifications. Facebook will let you know when I go live. I also do post the video replays back to Facebook, and I post the Facebook replays and exclusive content over on YouTube. So if you have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please go over there and do that. Go to youtube.com, do a search for World of Walt, and subscribe. I will definitely be putting exclusive videos from the opening of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge on the YouTube channel. I will be putting some videos and articles here at Facebook as well. All right, Storybook Land, spelled out in a beautiful floral design. That's very cool. Susan from Cape May, New Jersey. Nice to see you as well. All right, welcome to Fantasyland, Disneyland style. Brian asked a great question. Is the Wi-Fi any better here? I was using the Wi-Fi before. Right now I'm going off cellular. My experience at Walt Disney World is that cellular always works better for live video than Wi-Fi. All right, single spinner Dumbo, complete with water effects in the ground, just like we have at Walt Disney World. That's cool. And the carousel over here on our left. You can peek through and see the castle. Oh, and here's something you don't see at Disney World anymore. I'm going to have to check this out. I've got so many things I need to check out. Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. Mr. Toad, we miss you at Walt Disney World, but I'm glad you still have a home here at Disneyland. Kathy said, have I decided if I'm going to do the World of Walt t-shirts? Not yet. Well, actually, I think I will. It's just a question of when. So it's not going to be for a while. I've got some things to work out as far as design, some things to work out as far as processing orders in the store. When I do it, I want it to be something that is really well done. So stay tuned, hang in there, and thank you for your interest. I really do appreciate folks mentioning it. It's not something I've forgotten. I just have not been able to make that happen quite yet, especially with getting ready for the opening of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. A lot of preparation there. Troy misses Mr. Toad. Lisa says, it looks less crowded, not as many strollers. There's certainly a lot of people here, which is what I would expect.
Cheetos, Anna. Unless, like, the line for...
Gail said, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride is fun. I do miss it. It's been a long time since I went on the ride with that crazy Mr. Toad. All right, here's the Big Thunder Trail to Frontierland. Susan says, it seems Disneyland is much more iconic than Disney World. It certainly has a lot of attractions Magic Kingdom does as well, but also some that, yeah, we have seen come and go. Tanya says, hopefully I'm saying your name right. Thanks for doing it. Glad to do so. Troy says, do a live stream of Mr. Toad. That actually would be a grand idea. All right, pathway to Frontierland. Cindy said it is the original, and that is true. It sure is. It's fun to be here where it all happened. Kathy said, and the Alice ride. I know there are a lot of different rides here that we just don't have in Florida. Okay, Big Thunder is over here to our right. Fran, hello to you in Walt Disney World. Kathy says, where is Galaxy's Edge? I think it's actually, pardon me, just to our right, so on the opposite side of Fantasyland is where I think we're going to see it. It hasn't appeared on the paper guide maps yet. Got some folks taking a picture.
Try to take two just in case.
Yeah, I think maybe back that way. Okay. Yeah, Angela says right there. I think so. Yep, Toby says that's an entrance. There are actually 3 entrances to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge at Disneyland, only 2 at the one in Walt Disney World. Crystal says, how big is Disneyland compared to Walt Disney World? I know it's much smaller. Yeah, actually, measure-wise, I don't know, but I can say it is a very unique experience to walk out of Disneyland and look and actually see another park, to see Disney's California Adventure right along the way. So it does feel a lot tighter here. Not tighter once you're in the park, but as far as getting from one park to the next, being able to do that in such a short period of time. I'm staying at an off-site hotel, and I've been able to walk from the off-site hotel to the entrance at Disneyland and Disney's California Adventure in about 15 minutes. That would not be something very easy to accomplish at Walt Disney World. Toby says, Galaxy's Edge will blow your mind from a cast member. I am very much looking forward to checking it out. Thank you for that. Mary says, have I been across the way to Disney's California Adventure? I was there yesterday. I kind of came and went a few times trying to dodge the rain because it was a cold and rainy day. But I had a chance to do a number of different things there. I had a chance to check out the Incredicoaster at Pixar Pier. That was a lot of fun. Had a chance to go on the Guardians of the Galaxy attraction, which is the re-themed Tower of Terror. Also a lot of fun. And one of my favorites, the Radiator Springs Racers. Similar type of ride technology to what we have at Test Track, but a different feel, different characters. Definitely very fun. Mike, where's Jay? Mark says, beautiful day at Disneyland, 66 degrees. It is. Here is the Mark Twain riverboat. Right through there. You can see a sign up here for Fast Pass distribution for Fantasmic is done for the day. Okay, here's something else you won't see at Walt Disney World. People in canoes. Yes, that is still a thing here at Disneyland after all these years. In the Disneyland edition of Rivers of America. Angela said, make sure to go on Guardians of the Galaxy, so fun. Paul said, surprised to see downtown Disney so close. That is another big difference. There's a promenade that connects Disneyland and Disney's California Adventure, If you head down, you get to the Grand Californian and the downtown Disney district, which we now call Disney Springs or Walt Disney World. So, yep, that is very different indeed. Yvonne said family got to drive the Mark Twain riverboat. How cool was that? Amanda's got 87 degrees in Louisiana. That's a warm day for sure. All right, straight up here we have the entrance to Pirates of the Caribbean. Also on my list of things to check out today. Pirates has a 25-minute standby wait. Not so bad. Gail said canoe races. Fun. That is kind of fun. Very cool. All right, here we are in the New Orleans Square section at Disneyland. Something we do not have at Walt Disney World. Brandon said 25 minutes, that's nothing. You're right, that is a very short wait time. Let's take a second, listen to the band here. Mary said, check out the mint juleps and the beignets. Sounds good to me. Someone suggested I go ring the doorbell for Club 33. I think if I do that, I'll probably get an electric shock because they will know that I am not a Club 33 member. That's okay. David said, used to watch on Saturday. Special treat to have a video on Monday. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate your tuning in. Gail, the sound of New Orleans. That is very nice. Okay, I see the Disneyland edition of the Haunted Mansion right here on our left. Fast Pass area looks a little backed up. 30-minute standby, not so bad. Also, one of the things I hope to take in, got so many things to take in here. So little time. And it says, thanks for showing Disneyland today. It's a treat. Thank you very much for tuning in. I appreciate it. Susan was here as a little girl. Says, looks very different. I'm sure the park has changed quite a bit over the years. Jean, good afternoon to you. All right, straight ahead, Splash Mountain. David said, good to see me here safely. Thanks for the video. Thank you very much, David. I appreciate that. Rob from New Orleans, the real New Orleans, not the Disneyland edition. All right. There it is, Splash Mountain in all its glory. And something else we don't have, Critter Country. Critter Country is maybe the equivalent of Frontierland.
What happened?
Mary said, that's our Haunted Mansion. Sandra says, what's the temperature? It is a beautiful 66 degrees. Very nice. Very, very nice. And the Hungry Bear restaurant straight ahead. which kind of brings us to a dead end, well, more or less, of our tour around Disneyland. We'll walk up here a little more before we wrap it up for today. Hope you've enjoyed this tour of Disneyland and some discussion about some of the things that are similar, some of the things that are different. There's the Splash Mountain Fast Pass distribution point, something you don't see at Walt Disney World anymore, but still do see here. Mary says, doesn't look too busy. It was 4.5 hours the other day, oh my goodness. Angela says, thanks for sharing, you are welcome. Rachel said, been to Disney World? Never been to Disneyland, looks different. It really is, it's quite different. Same in many ways, different in many ways. Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. In Critter Country, that's where it is, 25-minute wait. Roxanne says, thanks for sharing. You're welcome, I appreciate your being here today. Kimberly says, thanks for the tour.
I didn't say anything.
Glad to do it. Okay, so I did mention before earlier in the Facebook Live broadcast, but wanted to mention again, starting this Wednesday, I will be bringing coverage from the media event of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. I can't actually post any material until 6 p.m. Pacific on Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern. But starting Wednesday night, I'll look for videos, I'll look for Facebook Lives, look for articles, pictures. So if you haven't done so, you might want to go over to the YouTube channel, do a search for World of Walt, and subscribe. If you haven't done so, turn on notifications for the Facebook Live. There's probably a menu in the upper right-hand corner where you can say turn on notifications. And I'm very much looking forward to bringing you coverage as soon as I can of the opening of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge here at Disneyland. Preview events happening on Wednesday and Thursday. The actual land will be opening up to the public, or at least those folks with reservations, on Friday. So as always, thank you for being here. I am very thankful that we live in a country that takes the time out to remember the people who have paid the ultimate sacrifice in Memorial Day. So if you are a family member of someone who has paid the price in a conflict that the U.S. was in, thank you for your sacrifice. We're thinking about you today. So everyone, I hope you have a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. I hope to see more of you later this week for the opening of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. And until next time, God bless.